everyone, welcome back to our story time. So we were reading our Michael Morpurgo book, Pinocchio, weren't we? So if you didn't watch yesterday's story and you're thinking, oh, I don't know this story, perhaps you might want to go and watch yesterday's one and then you can catch up. So we're only just about to start chapter 2. So chapter 2, 1 talking cricket and 2 smoking feet. Remember, Pinocchio had just decided to run away, hadn't he? Because he wanted to make his mama and papa proud. So he decided to run away from school because he wasn't enjoying himself there. Running away, I very soon discovered, has its problems. First of all, it rained. It rained cats and dogs, chucked it down. And then I got hungry, tummy gurgling hungry. On and on I ran through the rain, down country lanes, past cottages, through villages. Out of every window wafted scents of baking bread or roasting meat. But whenever I stopped to beg for a morsel of food, they shouted at me, told me to go away, or they'd set the dog on me. Some old man with his nightcap on leaned out of his window and bellowed out, "Get lost!" And because I didn't move, he threw a pail of water all over me. And then, because I wouldn't go, he fired his blunderbuss at me. I had to leg it then, didn't I? At last, I came to a lonely cottage in a wood. Smoke was rising from the chimney, and an oil lamp burned at the window. I peered in. There was no one there. But there was a small crust of bread on the table. In I went. I helped myself to the crust and went to sit by the blazing fire to dry myself out. That was when I saw a cricket crawling slowly up the wall. "Kirk, kirk, kirk, kirk," he chirped cheerfully. Then, much to my surprise, he spoke very clearly, very precisely, like my teacher at school. "Running away, little boy, is always a foolish idea. It never makes you happy, and it makes your mamma and your papa very sad." "What do you know?" I said. "Do you think I want to be like other boys and girls? Do you think I want to learn all that schoolboy stuff? I want to be free to see the world. I want to run in the woods, chase butterflies, steal birds' eggs. I want to do what I like." "Go ahead, Pinocchio, and you'll turn into a donkey. Then everyone will laugh at you even more. You'll have to make something of yourself, earn an honest living. You can't just wander the world. You'll get yourself into all sorts of trouble. You'll end up in prison if you're not careful." His lecture went on and on. Don't do this, don't do that, or else. I had had quite enough. I don't need lessons from a stupid talking cricket. Stop it right now, or you'll be sorry. But he didn't stop. "Oh, Pinocchio," he sighed, "I am so sorry for you." "Why?" "Because you're a puppet. Because inside your wooden head you have no sense at all. I fear you are going to have to learn the hard way." I knew I shouldn't have done it. In my fury, I picked up a log and I hurled it at him. I didn't mean to kill him, just to frighten him, to shut him up. But my aim was too good. "Krr, krr, krr, krr," he cried, and he fell down lifeless on the floor. "Murderer, murderer," cried a little voice in my head. "You are a murderer, Pinocchio." I lay down and I sobbed, begging forgiveness for the poor cricket. But then I felt hungry again. The bread crust had hardly been enough, and very soon I felt a lot less sorry for the cricket. All I could think about was food. I scoured the cottage, searching high and low for something to eat, anything to eat. Imagine my joy when I spotted an egg nestling on a bed of straw, a lovely big brown egg. I kissed and fondled it, sang to it. Yes, I sang to an egg. I was that hungry. "Oh, you beautiful thing, you great big beautiful thing." I had seen Mama cooking eggs. I knew what to do. I boiled some water on the stove and set the egg in gently so as not to break it. 4 minutes for a nice soft egg. I counted the seconds, longing to taste that scrumptious golden oak. 48, 49, 50. On the count of 50, to my amazement, the egg cracked open, and before my eyes out popped a golden chick. She flew up from the saucepan and landed on the table. "Oh, so kind of you to open me up, Signor Pinocchio. I could never have been born without you. Bless your heart, you're a good, kind puppet." And cheeping happily, she ran off out the door, flapping her little golden wings. My supper was escaping and there was nothing I could do about it. I sat down in front of the fire, feeling very stupid indeed. You stupid, stupid wooden head, I told myself. You ran away from home and there was always food aplenty, where you had Mama and Papa who loved you. You killed a poor cricket who was only trying to tell you the truth and trying to help you. Will you never learn? That poor cricket was right about me. How stupid I have been. And I lay down sobbing in front of the fire. I sobbed so loud and so long that I fell asleep, which, as it turned out, was another very stupid thing to do. How long I slept for, I do not know, but when I woke, I knew at once that something was wrong. It was my feet. I couldn't feel them. And that, I discovered to my horror, was because they were not there. I could smell the smoke. My feet were burnt to ashes. How was I going to be able to walk without feet? After that, things just went from bad to worse. There was a loud banging on the door, which was then flung open, and into the cottage burst the carabiniere. Aha! He cried. I found you, you rascal. Your Mama and Papa have been looking everywhere. You should be ashamed of yourself. I told them, he's no good, that one. Make another puppet, Signor Geppetto, I said. This one's nothing but trouble, and here you are breaking and entering. Robber! Burglar! My feet, I howled. I have no feet. Goodness gracious, said the carabiniere, suddenly much kinder than he had been before. Oh, you poor lad. I have a boy of my own, and if he had no feet, I'd be dreadfully upset. I shall take you home at once. Don't worry. I'm sure Signor Geppetto will make you some nice, fine new feet. All will be well. And with that, he lifted me up and carried me home, singing loud songs all the way to keep me happy. The songs were quite rude in places, but I didn't mind. They made me smile, which was why I was smiling in his arms when we met Mama and Papa out in the street, still searching for me high and low. They saw at once what had happened to my feet. I'll forget the breaking and entering this time, Signor Geppetto, said the carabiniere, on account of the fact that he's lost his feet, the poor lad. And isn't he brave, our little Pinocchio, said Mama. Look, he's still smiling. It was so kind of you to bring our son home to us. He's been a naughty boy running away like that, but even naughty boys deserve feet. I shall make him some new ones right away, said Geppetto. As I lay there on Papa's workbench, having my new feet fitted, Mama gave me a good ticking off, covering me with kisses all the while, but all I could think about was my stomach. I'm so hungry, Mama, I whispered. Can I have some chocolate? We're not made of money, Pinocchio, Papa said. Can I have some bread then? I asked. Please? I didn't bake any, said Mama. How could I? We've been out looking for you day and night, but I have 3 pears left. I want all of them, I said. And peeled. I don't like to chew the skin. As Mama peeled the pears for me, Papa shook his head. You will spoil this child, he told her, as Mama fed me the first pear. In fact, I ate all 3 pears, lickety-split, but I was still hungry. Mama, I wailed. There's nothing else, dearest, said Mama, just the cores and the skin. Well, I'm not eating those, I said, not in a million years. Waste not, want not, said Papa. If you're really hungry, you'll eat them. A minute later, I gobbled down the lot and I wasn't hungry anymore. Papa was right. The talking cricket had been right. I wasn't sure I liked everyone else being quite so right all the time. Papa sat me up on the workbench and told me to wriggle my feet, but they worked. What wonderful new feet you have, Pinocchio, said Mama. I think they are even better than the feet you had before. Such elegant, strong feet. Bravo, Papa. Now, I have made you new feet, Pinocchio, said Papa. You will be good, won't you? We don't want you using your lovely new feet to run away with, said Mama, kissing me again and hugging me. Promise me. I so loved her hugging me, I would have promised her anything. I leapt down from the workbench and skipped and jumped and danced around the room, trying out my new feet for size, and they were perfect. I promise, I cried. From now on, I will be a good boy. I will go to school and never run away again. But Mama, can you please make me some clothes for school? The other children, they all tease me. It's bad enough just being a puppet, they say, but a puppet with no clothes, it's embarrassing. They've all got clothes, Mama, and I haven't. Mama lost no time. She'd made me a suit out of an old bedspread and a fine leather hat in bright green. And Papa soon fashioned me some smart leather shoes. I stood in front of them and gave them a twirl, showing off myself proudly. What a handsome son we have, Papa, Mama cried, clasping Papa's hand. Yes, I said, but now I need to be clever too. So I need a school book, an ABC like all the others have. Mama and Papa looked at me sadly. Pinocchio, said Papa, you have to understand. Mama and me, we can make things with our hands, whatever you like. We're good with our hands, but we are poor people and books cost money. We just don't have the money. I'm so sorry. I could see Papa was near to tears. After all he has done for me, I thought, how could I be so thoughtless, so greedy, so selfish? I didn't mean to upset you, Papa, I said. It's all right. Don't worry about it. I can manage without silly old books. Moments later, Papa was putting on his old coat, full of darns and patches like all of his clothes. I won't be long, was all he said, and then he was gone. Mamma took me up on her knee by the fire. Your Papa hates to be reminded that we are poor. He does his best, he works hard, he loves us. He is a good man, Pinocchio, the best of men. Be kind to him always. Think before you speak, she went on. Words can hurt Pinocchio just as much as sticks and stones. Papa came back an hour or so later, smiling from ear to ear as he came in the door. Here you are, Pinocchio, my boy. Look what I have for you. He had a book in his hand. For you, Pinocchio, your ABC book for school. Papa, Mama said, where is your coat? What have you done with it? I sold it, Papa said, to buy the book for the boy. What can be more important to a boy than learning? He shrugged. Anyway, that old coat was always too warm for me, too long in the sleeve, and it itched. I'm better off without it. What a truly wonderful father I had. I ran to him and leapt into his arms and hugged him. Papa, I cried, how glad I am to have you for a father. I will never let you down, not in a million years, I promise you. Oh, that's a really lovely end to that chapter, isn't it? The next chapter is chapter 3, a puppet show and a sneezing fire eater. That sounds very intriguing. Right, I'm going to put the book down and we will read a little bit more on Monday. Have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I will see you soon. Bye.